as you can see, I'm Detective Phelps no longer. So, you know, let's see in my diary what I've got to do. I will...
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. Can you drive to this one?
Who is his name? Partner Steve Belushi.
You're behind the wheel.
So I've marked my location. I unlocked a couple features without you guys knowing, just cause, you know, who starts a game and doesn't end up finishing it. Half the thing, you know, it's just so fun game, that's how I do. Come on, come on. Six. Phillips, good. No, I'm Stephen. I'm sorry, you're speaking on Cole Phelps' name. Oh yeah, I've done this part. I used to call the elevator. Me and Stephen Brzezowski call the elevator. Stephen? Yeah, Stephen something. Sword of Justice. If you like my suit. Let's see my notebook, what does it say? Vice, homicide and arsenal. And traffic. Nothing that's unlocked. So where is this apartment place? Should be first on the right. New treasure?
Doesn't appear to be connected.
Let's check this cache. Like,
seems irrelevant.
You cannot say much about that. Seems like some normal cache.
Doesn't look like anything.
What's that now? Like chocolate? I don't live near this, so I don't know what that is. Aww.
Great Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
Is that a dog and cat? This place is trashed.
Don't think this is any use to us. This isn't what we're looking for.
Like, no murder weapon found, so... What? This looks kind of weird.
I don't think this is going to help us.
Next one might. Maybe have a name.
No good to me.
Yeah, maybe they tried to smash it off her head. Maybe one tried to smash it off her head, kid. Oh yeah, Cole Phelps is a kid. That's what I think of him, he's dumb. Even though I'm only like 21.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Nothing does, Cole. What was that? Brush?
Maybe. No.
What's that?
Not much help.
They might be mad. Yeah, they're married, I think.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Doesn't need connected. Cool. Clean the daddy. Slap stuff.
The set. Hollywood's own little piece of Babylon.
What?
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
I can't believe
Can
that.
we find him, or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop? If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him. But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, Detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.
So. Come on, so I've got to use this telephone. For that.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a location on a silver screen prop store.
Just a moment. Silver Screen Props, corner 3rd and Figueroa.
Thanks, ma'am.
Locations. Right, so you're basically saying she knows about it. I know that question, you know how the one that said about her husband. There's going to be some fighting in this mission, that's what I know. Who's watching? If you're watching right now, you're the best person because you were first watching. Let's go get my car. Where am I going? Okay, not far. Nice car. You know what, Ethan's
You know the way. You can drive.
Mrs. Bishop knows more than she's letting on.
She doesn't seem to realize how much trouble her husband is in. The LAPD are the least of their worries right now.
You'd think she'd have gotten the hint after those hatchet men redecorated her apartment.
Maybe she's just loyal.
Or she's in on it. She didn't seem like your average giddy broad with nothing between the ears.
Or she might just be trying to buy enough time for Bishop to put a couple of oceans between him and McAfee.
so into it. He's watching. Whoever was watching is a loser now. It's disgusting. Ew. It's good.
Phelps and Bukowski, LAPD. We're investigating the attempted murder of June Ballard and Jessica Hamilton.
Christ. I'm Marlon Hopgood. How can I help?
You hold castings here?
How'd you hear about that? I got a little soundstage out back.
Lead the way.
So here I've seen the handle.
Keep him here, Stefan. I'm gonna take a look around.
What's this got to do with me?
Don't try my patience, knucklehead.
Doesn't tell me anything.
I know what it tells me. That girl knows more than she's told us. I'll investigate the murder, but they look like the same model skill. That's the same skill we found in part 1 of this episode. Okay.
I think your problem is with Bishop.
I want to see this. Wait, I think scriptures and pictures. Something is missing. It's unnecessary. What? How can if it dies you wouldn't be there. So if I died, you wouldn't be watching it. Sorry, that's my mum's sister sitting saying her iPad died as she was watching, but then for 2 seconds her name was showing up, so no way it would have. I would just this way. Sword!
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
The sword does.
I have some friends in the LAPD, so I won't be leaned on.
What about I get a gun and shoot your head? Another one of these mannequins. Actually quite creepy. I was so scared now. Not that I'm just young. But that could tell me from this. They better be detectives or his friends can't pull us off. fancy cars here.
Turn off the lights, Hopgood.
Why would I want to do that? Humor him.
One-way mirrors. There's a room on the other side.
Well, well. Find a way into that peep den, Phelps. I'll stay here and keep our pervert company. Can't be that way, Phelps. You couldn't fit a rat through there.
But does that matter? It's weakness. It's got to be in the back. Wait, I've got a plan. If you can name this game, I would have a plan. There was something he didn't want us to see. No, oh, sorry, it's just maybe, you know, maybe Los Angeles or something.
So what happened to the film of Hamilton's screen test?
Maybe he was putting this one.
Jungle Drums, 8th and Francisco. Attention, Mark Bishop.
Could use a kill him. But go to a bit because so it was a I'm gonna be a bad cop now.
Optimistic, Cole.
Try really hot.
Nope.
No.
Any ideas?
Search through all this crazy movie junk. See what turns up.
McAfee's men are looking for Bishop. We need to find him first. Any idea where he might have gone to ground?
If he really tried to kill McAfee's wife, my advice to him would be to leave town.
I'm warning you, Hopgood. If you give him up to McAfee and we find out about it...
Wind it back a notch, tough guy. I'm telling you, I don't know where he is.
I'm telling you, I want to kill you. This might have been when I got the saddle. I'm not searching for any more movie junk. I need to go get this car. No, it's for that back. No, that should take me to that. Is that what the sofa's for? Secret room. Oh.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg, you work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part. Happens every day. Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen. Stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, Lisa? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are.
Make sure just got a Bishop.
I don't think they like your little pep talk, Bukowski. Oh, shit, get it. Get over here. Anybody getting a picture?
Nobody's got to get away with that. We're just leaving this city. We get out.
Detectives.
Johnny Goldberg, you work for Mickey C.
That's right, detectives.
You wouldn't happen to know the guys who roughed up Mrs. Bishop earlier today by any chance?
No, not us. We don't do that kind of thing. It's the husband we'd like to talk.
This is a police matter. You don't want to be taken in for obstruction of justice, do you, boys?
You could try the obstruction rap, but it won't stick. We could beat that.
You've had your 10 cents worth, gentlemen.
Bishop knows how the world works. Mrs. McAfee hits him up for a movie part. Happens every day. Bishop takes it a step too far and tries to rub out Mrs. McAfee. Naturally, Guy is going to get upset.
What made you think Bishop would be here?
We figure he might be planning a little accident for Hopgood, too. Those two guys have got some unfinished business. You let us know if you find Bishop. Guy McAfee can be a very generous man.
I'm only going to warn you once, gentlemen. Stay out of this. This is a police matter. We will be bringing Mark Bishop into custody.
At least he's polite. Kind of dumb, but polite.
But I'm a lot less polite, you smug son of a bitch. So let me put it in ruder terms that even a pair of blockheads like you might understand. The only reason that you don't have bars on your windows already is because you're small fry. And we don't waste our time on small fry. You stay away from Bishop, and you stay away from me. Is that clear enough for you, Lisa? Now run along back to your boss so we can pat you on the head and tell you what good boys you are. pep talk, Bukowski. Oh, shit! Get us out of here. Keep it steady. I'll try and bust his tires. They really don't want anybody getting to Bishop before they do.
Some shooting on this mission.
Either give me a good shot or get us the hell out of here. Let's see him chase us now. On to the movie set, Phelps. Let's roll. Oh, Christ. And they say working traffic is like watching paint dry.
You're behind the wheel. You drive. I need you to go over the case notes.
You know how to piss people off, Bukowski.
Hey, if they're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight, McCaffrey really means business.
Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive.
I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch. I'm about done putting my life on the line to protect some child molester.
That's our job, unfortunately. They don't get to dole out the justice.
All units, a 459 just occurred at 6th and Saris. Any unit to handle, code... Identify.
Report Alpha 2, where are you? I had to turn my sound on. Comment why you think the side missions are fun when you're at traffic.
Mark George is en route to 496 Broadway. You have another assignment here, Central?
Oh, unbelievable!
You said unbelievable, but you nearly got us killed. How does that sound, Bukowski?
Careful!
Bukowski, if you guys shut up one time, I'm going to blow your brains out. Oh, is it Steven? Yes, Steven.
Well, now you've either got to stop or put your fucking foot down.
All units, a 459 just occurred at 6th and Saris. Any unit to handle, code 2, identify.
11 King, go ahead, KGPL.
Up on the roof, officer. He has a mask on his face. I caught sight when he shoved past me, but be careful. I saw him waving a gun.
Give it up now. Take it easy on yourself. Get the hell away from me. Hurry, you can still catch him.
I'm still on the... Shoot a citizen. Kill him.
All units, a 459 just occurred at 6th and Sarah's. Any unit to handle, code 2, identify.
Up on the roof, officer. He has a mask on his face. I caught sight when he shoved past me, but be careful. I saw him waving a gun.
Give it up now. Take it easy on yourself. Get the hell away from me.
What's your rush?
I'll take you all down with us. I think you broke my nose.
Yes, we saved the day with a pistol only. Oh, it's a street. I'm not done that just yet.
You can drive. You're behind the wheel. You can drive.
I said you can drive.
Can you drive to this one? You drive. I need to go over the case notes. You know the way. You can drive. You're behind the wheel. You can drive.
Any unit in the vicinity, see the man at 211 just occurred. 3rd and Hill Street. Stand by for further. To handle code 3, identify.
And the person who gets first like and first comments wins a free GTA disc.
I knew I should have driven.
Yeah, now he said that I knew I should have driven. Stanley gave us a false address.
There's the slippery bastard now.
No. God damn it! Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD! Get him, Phelps. I'll cover the exit.
11K calling KGPL, requesting assistance at 8th and Francisco. The abandoned movie.
We're trying to help you, Bishop. This is all a big mistake.
3 KGPL.
There should be a point where you're supposed to be stopped. You're quite far.
It's us or McAfee's boys. Your choice. I didn't do anything.
You did.
That's enough. That girl made it all up. Get the hell out of here, you goddamn maniac.
So Hans probably for them. Thanks a lot to this mission, I discovered this place. Did you just see what happened there?
Mark Bishop, stop! LAPD!
What's a big long one that should fall down? I'm just making sure he does not have a chance to kick my face.
We're trying to help you, Bishop. This is all a big mistake. I didn't do anything.
You're good.
Hands in the air, Bishop. Move another inch and you're dead.
Mark Bishop, you're under arrest for the attempted murder of June Ballard and the rape and attempted murder of Jessica Hamilton.
All right, I'll come quietly. Just don't kill me. If you found me, then McAfee's goons will too. Oh, we need to get out of here.
All right, but you stay close. Any tricks, and I'll save McAfee's boys the trouble.
Follow me. I know another way out of this place. Christ, detective, they're trying to kill me. Last chance to back the hell down.
Flyers below here.
Last chance to back the hell down. Christ, detective, they're trying to kill me. It's this way. McAfee doesn't make the rules. You hear me? Kill them, for God's sake! I don't want to die!
So you killed two at
There's no
once.
way out of here. I thought you said you knew where you were going.
We have to jump for it. Is this really the best McAfee? Come on, it's this way. Oh my God, they're everywhere. You're alone, sister. Get me out of here. For the love of God, how many are there? I don't want to die here. I got you now, mother. There's a ladder leading to the ground. There's an army of them. We're done for.
Not when Detective Phelps is here.
Get him over here. I'll cover you. Come on. The cavalry's here. I should have known that bitch was trouble.
Oh, there should be both shoulders.
Get him over here. I'll cover you. Come on. The cavalry's here. McAfee doesn't make the rules.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Follow me. We need to get him to the car. LAPD, you're making a big mistake.
Weapons on the ground, now!
Is this really the best McAfee's got? Oh my God, they're everywhere. Get in cover! Catch
My hat and everything.
Get him to the car. I can cover you from here. You're almost there.
God, how many are there?
Stay in cover.
It's the last of our game.
Now this is what I call a result. Mark Bishop, erstwhile film producer, an all-around piece of shit, catches a fast ticket to Quentin for statutory rape and attempted murder. So he gets to spend the next 15 years playing sissy instead of sticking it for little girls. That is justice, capital J, folks. Developed such a reputation, I'm not going to be able to hold on to you anymore. You're getting promoted. Go on, get your new assignment. It was good working with you, son.
Losing all these partners. I feel sad.
Phelps, Bukowski. This your work?
Can I help you, detective?
Sorry, Cap. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. This is a traffic case. You need something?
I'm here to buy a drink for the 2 LAPD traffic cops who broke the back of Guy McAfee's private army. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Captain?
Go right ahead.
Get in. I'm buying.
He's going to buy some fruit. Because I've been the best detective ever. I'm standing in front of him. You'd actually like drinking the job.
You'll like this place. A lot of movie people hang out here. You like jazz, Cole? The hopheads love it.
Sure, I guess.
Big bands and swing, I can understand, but this bebop palaver? How are you supposed to dance to that? This is Phelps, Leroy. Be nice to him. You'll like this place. They treat you right.
Like a table.
What do you think we want to do? Stand at the bar like chumps? Don't look so happy to see me, Alphonse. I might get the wrong impression. Cole, this is Alphonse. He's a French Negro from Africa. Can you beat that?
The Congo.
A pleasure to meet you, Alphonse. Is Elsa singing tonight?
Yes, she is. She has the next set.
Come on, Cole. You can meet Elsa while they're fixing us a table. You'll like her. She's something else.
Maybe another night, Roy. She's pretty beat up about it.
Get your hands off me. Don't ever tell me what to do or what not to do, Alphonse. You got a nice club here. Don't spoil it.
You will follow me, detectives. Just through the door.
He was my only real friend, Harley. We went through it all. You realize what he did to me?
Of course I do.
You have no idea. You said it was construction work.
It was an industrial accident, Elsa. How can I be held responsible?
Elsa, are you going on?
Louis, for God's sake, he was my best friend. The only man who ever loved me without putting his hands on me.
Hi, Elsa. Here's someone I'd like you to meet. Cole Phelps, war hero and crime fighter extraordinaire.
And why would I want to meet another fascist from the LAPD?
Sorry about this, Cole. What an evening I'm having. First a Negro puts his hands on me, and then this. Who do you think you're talking to, you German junkie whore? Don't you ever forget your place with me again. Do you hear me? Evening, Doc. How's business?
Sanguine. Louis, help me here. I'm gonna have to give her something before her performance.
Blow it off, Cole. These artsy-fartsy types always get a little flighty. Meet Dr. Harlan Fontaine, doctor to the stars. Mr. Fix-It to the mental wreckage of Hollywood. So what about that drink, boys?
So you like this, Chief? Here's what we get in a beer. Oh, sick. it was actually quite nice being a detective, a patrolman, and what else? See? This is going to be promoted to the SWAT 6 months later. Okay, let's remove the first thing off skin. What am I?
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Clyde Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. You will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst. A man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
No. Here, it's my money change. That was what I looked at the camera. Oh, so that doesn't match. It's this one.
Do you have the address?
Been all over KGPL. South Temple Street, through Belmont, Linden.
Oh, it's a beautiful car now. Oh, my door just for my partner.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. You're behind the wheel. You can drive. What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the deck.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the black dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes too far. This would be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip with his wife. What do you think's going to happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
So you got a lot of talking in your first mission with your new partner? Oh, recall now.
How about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero, defending the honor of murdered humps.
They're used to it, Phelps. Move it along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
We can follow the footprints. Have you seen that body?
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with. Cause of death?
Could be the head injuries. He has been badly stalked.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Guilt by a stick. Okay, I'm not looking at this anymore, it's disgusting.
What's the writing on the victim mean?
BD, like Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
And the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
The victim's bag? Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Another brush. There we go. Looks like she was trouble.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back to the lab.
Probably burnt. Disgusting. Right, I want to investigate with that body. Disgusting the way she's lying. Not the way she's lying at. What are you looking at?
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Wait, I'm not allowed to follow learning this. Should have one, maybe. Must be it. Okay. Yes. Look, see, I think I might have one of the puzzles to help. I know what one it is. flip solve this, it might open it. When it's done, it might it should click. That's all. Oh, the middle bit.
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
When we get to the Bomba, a man could die of thirst in a case like this.
Can we discuss this later?
So quite like when your car actually quite fancy. Got my little tie on. You know, if you wear patrol, yeah, it should be patrol, yes. Go Falcon equivalent on patrol. It's actually if you use that when you're at a tip-off or traffic, you'll say traffic, but if you wear a suit, you'll call you detective, so quite funny. Quite police strike. So there's a bamboo club. There's a gun.
Can you drive to this one? You're behind the wheel.
The werewolf? For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence from BD case for 6 months and got nicks.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us unknown in a corpse?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stoom. There's some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures. He'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
Well, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. You can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
Okay, so maybe he comes back every year or so? Every 6 months? Could you say... 6 and 6, so comes back every 6 months, or 6 years, and 6 days. No, they wouldn't have forgotten. 6 days. Nice parking, actually.
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barmaid. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves you most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine is...
House officer.
Was a lovely woman.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
And she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
How about a name? This is a murder beef, McCall. You don't want any adverse publicity for this place, do you?
If I had names, I would give them to you. I like Celine. I'd like to see you get whoever did this. Clear on that?
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. Put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
You're lying, McCall. You're covering for Henry. You called him and told him what time she was leaving.
You're an asshole, you know that? Where do you get off, pal? I feel bad enough about what happened to Celine without you slinging mud.
McCall, you said you liked her, and yet you've been no help at all. I want Celine's address.
142 North Union. Now get the hell out of my bar.
Hey, black guy, I gotta pull the trigger when it's facing you.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My school was just starting to warm up nicely.
You shut up, you trash junkie.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
You better please shush.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killing.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. Worse than I could ever have imagined.
I don't know what happened, what it has stupid voice. I'll get one more cheap. My brothers think no fans at all, don't know how. Because you see, I'll get one right. LSPD!
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
LAPD. If we get solved this quick, I swear, love this job.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Where's the covers?
Not sure this means much.
Everything's in science, you know, just go over the eyes.
Tiffany, the rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
What's this? Quite expensive, this brush.
Junk.
House is messy. Probably a husband now, it's just scary.
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I get nasty when I'm thirsty. Galloway, homicide, badge number 564.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry?
Horgan. Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh, my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
This looks like a quite big house. Not big. Chappy. Next I'll be doing chappy on your doors if you don't subscribe. So next neighbour. By next neighbour, I'm like, you know, our side neighbour. Are you a fat, fragile gay boy? That's what the police say about you, fat. Okay, sure, man. is not answering. I should go back to my party to see if he wants to see. Actually, he wants something important.
Nothing significant.
Probably what was used to, bargain and someone's in here. Where's my part? Oh!
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
What is that? Where's my partner?
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, if the broad keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it. The skipper says bring him in. And keep the hacks off our backs for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you've come to your senses, Paul.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
If there was BD in anyone's name, or it was Brad Dunker, whatever.
Any central unit. Car 16 Adam reports a possible jumper at 8 and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to have a code to identify.
Whoa there! Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. You follow my lead. You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
That she's...
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus. I'm sorry.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know. Are you finished? I'd like some time to grieve for my wife.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
That is true.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Look at his eyes.
You went to her house, you fought, you beat her, she left, and then you followed her.
I left first. She tried to batter me with a frying pan. I had to slap her down.
Understandable.
Okay.
So you can prove that you came back here after you left your wife's place.
I came back here. I was here all night. Start work at 6:30. Not the going out type.
You called the bar to give yourself an alibi. Then you went after her, beat her, and dumped her in a park. I think you are a sack of shit, Jacob.
You're not going to pin Celine's death on me. I'll take a lie detector test to prove it. You want to take all that back, you fresh-faced little punk?
We're still going to need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're going to tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
You're not being rational.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Is he on a hosting squad?
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective.
Any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. In regards to the Celine Henry homicide, the owner of the Turkey Bowl restaurant at 1535 West 3rd Street says the victim was at his restaurant last night.
Turkey Bowl Restaurant. Go check it out.
You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Brothers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc.
Let's just try that. I wish you could turn the freaking...
Carruthers said she took a real pounding.
Up ahead, you turn left. Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
I like the little signs. Turn things. It says up on the side. You're under arrest. Comuna Sylvester.
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're working a murder case. Mrs. Celine Henry, you called in?
Yeah, the name's Jonesco. This is my place.
You saw Mrs. Henry in here last night?
Until about 1 a.m., having dinner with a friend.
Doing more drinking than eating.
You got that straight.
Mrs. Henry was seen leaving another establishment in the company of a man. Did the two of them come here?
Yeah. I remember seeing her with a guy.
Did you see them leave?
They got into his old Pontiac. Dull brown colored. I got to look at the license plate. 2B8899.
You have a name? Description, maybe? Come on, Mr. Nesco. We need something more to go on.
Smallish guy. Maybe 5'7". Dark complexion. Latin looking.
What time did the two of them leave?
Around 2 a.m. They were talking pretty loud. She had a black eye. Said her husband gave it to her. Said she was going to have him committed.
Was she a regular in here?
No. I mean, I wouldn't have recognized her face among the usual crowd.
Was the place busy last night?
Sure was.
So how come you paid so much attention to her?
She had something. For an older broad, I mean. Not good looking, but vivacious, full of life. I've always found that kind good in the sack. I was thinking about trying my luck, but that guy she was with had her wrapped up tight.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Nesco. Thanks for your time. Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in. Thanks.
Guys, that's how today's episode. Like,